I would like to share with you a website called Obama Lies and his list of 75 lies. And this article is entitled The Liar in Chief. And the first set is from his third year. I will walk in that picket line with you if workers are denied the right to bargain. In a 2012 State of the Union address, Obama said that American oil production is the highest that it's been in 8 years. I've done more for Israel's security than any president ever. Virtually every Senate Republican voted against the tax cut last week. Every idea that we've put forth are ones that traditionally have been supported by Democrats and Republicans alike. Obama met highly qualified, out-of-work teacher Robert Burrows. GOP is responsible for Obama jobs bill not passing. You have 80% of the American people who support a balanced approach of taxes and revenues. These are obligations that the United States has taken on in the past. Congress has run up the credit card, and now we have an obligation to pay our bills. Jobs bill is paid for. Then you've got the GOP, which wants dirtier air, dirtier water, less people with health insurance. I cannot guarantee that those checks go out on August 3rd if we haven't resolved this issue, because there may simply be not enough money in the coffers to do it. USA producing more oil than ever before. Fence between U.S. and Mexico is practically complete with 5%. Rich doesn't pay their fair share of taxes. Mitt Romney would deny gay people the right to adopt children. Lies during the second year. The Supreme Court in Citizens United has opened the floodgates for special interest, including foreign corporations to spend without limits in our elections. No signing statement to nullify or undermine congressional instructions is enacted into law. No boots on the ground in Libya. Reform will also reign in the abuse and excess that nearly brought down our financial system. It will finally bring transparency to the kinds of complex, risky transitions that help trigger the financial crisis. All Americans were surprised, disappointed, angry about Lockerbie bombers. I will not rest until the BP oil spill stops. The healthcare bill will not increase the deficit by one dime. If you like the healthcare plan you have, you can keep it. Under our plan, no federal dollars will be used to fund abortions, and federal conscience laws will remain in place. Obamacare fee is not a new tax. We have run out of places in the U.S. to drill for oil. Now suddenly, if you don't have your papers and you took your kid out to get ice cream, you could be harassed. That's something that could potentially happen. Doctors choose amputation because they get better compensation. Greedy doctors taking out tonsils for more money. The healthcare package will pay for itself. Republicans don't have a simple idea that's different from George Bush's ideas. Not one. We shouldn't mandate the purchase of healthcare. Obama says he'll save average families $8,000 in gas. I am immediately instituting pay-go, pay-as-you-go. I got the message from Massachusetts. These are the lies during the first year. We began by passing a Recovery Act that has already saved or created over 150,000 jobs. Number one, we inherited a $1.3 trillion deficit. Collective salvation is the kind of Christian I am. I do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. Cut deficit in half by end of the first term. Healthcare deals will be covered on C-SPAN. As President, I will recognize the Armenian genocide. Recovery Act will save or create jobs. Unemployment rate will be 8.5 without the stimulus. No earmarks in the $787 billion stimulus. I happen to be a proponent of a single-payer universal healthcare plan. We have launched a housing plan that will help reasonable families facing the threat of a foreclosure lower their monthly payments and refinance their mortgages. I am not somebody who promotes same-sex marriage. Guantanamo Bay to be closed within a year. Won't raise taxes on those making less than $250,000 per year. Now, the 2008 campaign lies. I will walk the picket line with you if workers are denied the right to bargain. No more wiretapping of citizens. Mr. Ayers is just a guy who lives in my neighborhood, but not somebody who I exchange ideas from on a regular basis. I had an uncle who was part of the first American troops to go into Auschwitz and liberate the concentration camps. Yeah, that's it. Obama campaign would accept public funding. Minimum wage will increase to $9.50 an hour. Ann Durham spent the months before her death in 1995 fighting with insurance companies that sought to deny her the coverage she needed to pay for treatment. Didn't know Jeremiah Wright was radical. Would have the most transparent administration in history. We will go through our federal budget page by page, line by line, eliminating those programs we don't need and inserting those we do. I have visited all 57 states. I will get rid of the earmarks. When a bill lands on my desk, the American people will have 5 days to review it before I sign it. My father served in World War II. Had the troops out of Iraq by March 31, 2009. Seniors making less than $50,000 will not have to pay taxes. Will not vote for any bill supporting troop funding without a firm withdrawal commitment from the Bush administration. Present votes are common in Illinois. I won Michigan. I won Nevada. I don't have lobbyists. My campaign had nothing to do with the 1984 ad. I have always been against Iraq. My wife didn't mean what she said about pride in the country. Barack was never an Acorn trainer and never worked for Acorn in any other capacity. I barely know Resco. My church is like any other Christian church.